Hey everybody, I've got a great total core workout for you today. It's the whole core, the hips, the booty, the abs, and the back, and we're gonna get it all in just 10 minutes. I'm Janine from Win With Yoga, fitness and flexibility expert for women over 50. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, we would love it if you subscribed and hit that bell so you get a notification anytime we post one of these awesome videos. So let's get started. We're gonna begin on our back today. So just bring yourself down to the ground. If you feel uncomfortable through your neck at all, if your chin is up, you can always just place something behind your head, a small pillow or a book, just to raise it off the floor and give you a little bit more ease there. So bending the knees, placing the feet on the floor, starting with just warming up our spine a little bit. We're going to take a nice inhale. As we do, we're going to raise our arms up. We're going to start to arch our spine away from the floor. Big stretch there, and as you breathe out, we're going to press our back into the mat and press our hands all the way back down. We're going to take that again. So breathing in, you can pull your shoulders towards your hips and your hips towards your shoulders. The arms can open wide if you need to. And then on the exhale, pressing the back down into the mat. We'll take that one more time. Again, moving as far as you can, shy of pain, of course. And breathing out, bringing that all back down. And then letting the spine come to wherever your neutral curve is. It might be a little less arched than mine or a little more. We're going to bring the hands underneath our back today so that you have a little bit of feedback here. And we're going to slide our right leg out. And we want to flex our foot. That means toes to the ceiling, and firm up the front of that right thigh so your leg is really straight. Now, I like to do this with a breath out. You can do it with a breath in if that works better for you. We're going to raise the leg up, and we're going to do that by pressing our back into our hands, keeping that leg really straight and starting to float it up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to lower it back down again, working to keep the leg as straight as possible and keeping your back pressing into your hands. And just when it barely touches the ground, we're going to do that again. Again, I like to do that on the exhale. I push my back down. That's the first thing we want to feel, is the back go into the hands. Then we want to keep that pressure there as we lower the leg down to the ground. We're going to take that again. Our back goes down, our leg floats up. You'll start to feel those muscles right around the front of the hip and possibly right in here in the belly, because this is working your psoas, one of the really deep hip flexors. Let's take it 2 more times. Of course, if you need a break, go ahead and take it. Do as much as you can today. You can always join me again and work to progress. And we're going to take it 1 more time. Remember, back goes into the hands on the mat to raise the leg. You don't want to feel that lift up and then push down after the leg gets off the floor. Push it down to bring the leg up. And then relax that leg and give it a shake out. And let's do the other side. So sliding the left leg out, toes to ceiling, firm up the thigh, press the back into the hands to raise the leg up. Keep breathing, nice wide back on the floor as you lower down. So wide in the shoulders and raising up, pressing the back down, reaching out through that heel and lowering the leg. So notice how the pace here, not swinging my leg around. I really want to take my time, press that back down so I really activate those hip flexor muscles into the abs. It's also going to recruit our ab stabilizers in there. 2 more times, pressing down through the back into the hand. And then this kind of motion, activating these muscles, can translate straight into things like walking. Anytime you have to lift your leg up in the air, using these muscles instead of other muscles that might be trying to do the work. We're going to relax that leg, give it a shake out, drag the other one in, and just make your way onto a side. I'm going to be with my right arm down, and we're going to come into a side plank. So this is going to work the hips. It is going to work our back muscles. It's going to work our stomach muscles. So we want the elbow underneath the shoulder. And then we're lining up our hips with the elbow. Your knees might be slightly in front. You'd like to work to get them in line, but you can Work that over time. So version 1 is leg bent. Version 2 would be stagger the feet. And version 3 would be stacking that top leg on top of the bottom. Now I'm going to do the first one with my legs bent so you can see this version. We're going to push down through the palm and forearm. You can even put your hand on there, and we're going to raise ourselves up. Now, if you're okay here, you leave it here. You can put it on your shoulder for support there. You could put the hand on the side if you've got it. And we breathe. And now we're going to lower down. Now, you can simply roll over to the other side, or I'm going to swing around so that you can continue to see me. Now, again, we're going to line ourselves up. This time I'm going to do that staggered stance with the feet. You can do the bent knee again. And then we're going to raise ourselves up. Engage the rear end lightly, just enough so that you can maintain. If you need the hand down, keep it there. If you can bring it up, you bring it up. I'm drawing down through my armpit, so I'm pulling my shoulders down towards my hip, and we lower down. Now you can, again, roll through. We're going to do the first side again. Again, get that alignment, elbow under shoulder, hips in line. This time I'm going to show you the stacked version. Again, I can push down to come up. Breathing here. Nice long deep breaths for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lowering down. And we're going to bring it over to the other side. Again, get your alignment, get everything lined up. Hip, shoulder up over the elbow, hip in line with the elbow. We push down to go up. Breathing, firming up your middle. So we're firming up, creating a little stiffness through here as if you were getting ready to, someone would punch you in the stomach or you're going to take a hit. You're bracing a little bit and lowering ourselves down. Bringing this back around, we're going to come onto our back again and work through our back and our booty. So we're going to bring our heels basically underneath our knees with our toes forward. Push down through your feet. Squeeze your booty, so it's going to pull your tailbone under a little bit, and we're going to put our fingers on our hip bones, and this is what we're trying to drive up. We call this a glute bridge, yoga setu bandhasana. So we're watching that we don't want to push our ribs up, but we really want to try and drive our hips up. And then we're going to exhale and lower that on down. Take a second there, and let's take it again. Push down through the feet. Squeeze the booty a little bit, and then if you need that reminder, you can put your index and middle finger on those hip bones. That's what you want to try and move up. Hands can come to the floor if you've got it, and if you've still got it, you can reach that right leg forward for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place the foot down, lower down. Take a moment, and we're going to repeat that one more time. Feet pressed down, squeeze the booty a little bit. Drive the hip bones up, maintain your position here, or you can pick up that left leg, reach it out for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we put the foot down and we lower on down. Take a moment there. We're going to cross our right ankle over our thigh, bring the knee towards the chest. You can either keep it foot on the floor. Version 2 here, I'm going to take my right hand through that hole, and then they both come around to grab the back of the left leg. If you can't quite grab it, you can always use a towel or a belt to grab onto it. If you have it, you could grab onto the shin. And then I'm drawing my shoulders down, relaxing my back. You might feel a stretch through the inner thigh or through your rear end. And then release that, unwind, bring the other leg over. Bring that knee into the chest. Again, you can keep the foot on the floor, option 1. Option 2, back of the leg. You can use a strap or a belt for that as well, or going for the shin. Whatever option, you'll still get those great benefits, relaxing the shoulders, breathing deeply, and then letting that go. Taking a second here. Take that first movement, big arch. And then pressing the palms down, pressing the back into the floor. Roll to a side, bring yourself up, and there you go. You got all the way around the core in just 10 minutes. Great job. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know in the comments, did those modifications work for you? Let me know, it helps me create awesome content for you going forwards. And of course, give us a like, give us a thumb up. We also have more free if you enjoyed that. We've got a free on-demand class. It's another fitness and flexibility class that's only 10 minutes. Stretch out tight muscles, loosen up stiff joints, and will boost your energy. You can also try this one on YouTube, 3 ways to do down dog. So if you have wrists that are painful or tight shoulders or hamstrings that inhibit you in down dog, I give you 3 great options to work around that. Or you can try this 12-minute evening yoga, stretch and release, a great complement to what you did today. Have a good one, and I'll see you back here soon.